think? What you think? You think it's an issue with the milk or?
Maybe because they just switched the caramel to the milk.
Got your robo.
I know you. I know you. Shut up. Shut up. I know you.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you.
I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmama, his ass going to prison.
T.I. might have just blown up what little was left of his relationship with his son, King Harris. Because this time he didn't just scold him, he dragged him into court demanding custody of his grandson, Little King Jr. Imagine that. Your own father hitting you with legal papers, basically telling the world you're unfit to raise your kid.
You can talk to me. Until then, ain't nothing going. Call who you need to call, do what you need to do. Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers.
T.I.'s whole argument is simple but heavy. King ain't ready to be a father, just like he predicted months ago. He says King is unstable, reckless, unpredictable, and all those crash-out moves are putting his baby boy in danger. T ain't sitting back watching King self-destruct and drag a child with him. But the big question is, will King stand tall and fight his pops to keep custody, or will he fold under all that pressure and lose his son for good? This custody battle didn't just appear out of nowhere. It's been brewing, boiling in silence until it spilled all over the internet. Whispers about drama in the Harris household had been flying around for weeks, but folks didn't pay them much mind at first. Then boom, court documents leaked showing T.I. had actually filed against his son for custody. And it wasn't even just some lawyers moving on his behalf. Reports say T.I. himself sat down and wrote to the judge, declaring King unfit to be a parent.
Crazy. God damn. Snap back, King. Get right.
Bro, what do you be looking at, bro? What you be looking at? Hey. You falling over, Captain.
That one line right there changed the whole game. Ty wasn't just saying King needed help, he was calling him a straight-up danger to his own child. That hit King harder than any diss track ever could. The moment those papers got out, King snapped. He stormed over to T.I. and Tiny's house, grabbed his son and dipped, left everything behind like it was a scene out of a movie. And once he got far enough away, he called up his father and unleashed all that pain and anger. He felt betrayed, humiliated, stabbed in the back by the very man who's supposed to ride for him. This wasn't just beef, it was heartbreak.
A lot of people hit me up like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep. And the truth be told, before this little I ain't been getting no sleep, you know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle, lifestyle just lifing, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And, he like to walk around the house. So.
And that right there was a tipping point where the Harris family drama turned into a full-blown war. But here's where it gets even messier, because if you've seen the bond between King and Little Jr., you understand why he went off like that. For all the chaos surrounding him, King genuinely lights up when it comes to his son. From the moment his baby mama Yaya announced that pregnancy, people expected him to run. His past was wild. He was always the reckless one, the one folks assumed would crash out instead of step up. But shockingly, he embraced fatherhood at first. When Junior was born, King was beaming, posting, writing songs, dropping captions on Instagram like he'd found his purpose. For a minute, it actually looked like being a dad was the one thing that could save him. But old habits don't die easy. King's downfall came quick, and the biggest turning point was that infamous arrest. That wasn't just a bad night out. That was a moment that nearly shattered the Harris family's name in the public eye.
What you want to do? You want to take my gun off my head?
Yes, sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well?
Put some guns in here.
All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take.
There's no safety.
Take
okay. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. I'm gonna just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest. We're gonna be at the church. All right, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information, make sure it's valid.
I ain't feeling this.
Just take a step to the side for me. Hey, boss, you don't have any firearms on you?
I do, but it's concealed.
Okay, just leave it where it's at. You cool, man. Just
For sure.
stand by.
King wasn't just pulled over, he was caught driving wild, almost slamming his BMW into a police car at a gas station. Right there, his future started slipping away like sand through his fingers. And it only got worse when the cops smelled weed, found a gun tucked in his waistband, and then ran his name. What popped up wasn't small. It was an outstanding warrant from back in 2022. Overspeeding, DUI, suspended license. He'd been dodging it like it would disappear. But this time there was no running. When they cuffed him, cameras caught everything. And the look on his face wasn't just fear. It was regret, that quiet realization he might lose more than freedom this time.
Hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you got to keep this shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had the conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
He could lose his son. Even the officer who arrested him said King was strangely calm, not in control, but like someone who finally knew he'd gone too far. And when T.I. showed up to bail him out, the anger wasn't the loud part, it was the disappointment. That wasn't just a celebrity dad bailing out his famous son. That was a father realizing his child was walking the exact same destructive road he himself had walked, and this time there was an innocent baby involved. Ty had been warning King for years this was coming. Back in 2022, when King started going viral for wild antics, T.I. went online begging him to slow down.
Stop talking to me. This ain't your restaurant. This ain't your restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. That file show.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here.
He told his son's mother, even the grandma, to keep watch because he knew where this lifestyle ends, jail or worse. And this wasn't just talk. T.I. lived that life himself, paid the price, and wanted better for his kids. But King brushed it off, kept flexing, kept wilding. And now here they were, courtrooms, custody battles, family feuds spilling online.
To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Flip used to have to come to my grandma's house, because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath.
Every day.
I know, I know you, Captain. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Shut up. Shut up.
I know you.
Ain't no mystery about it.
I know you though. I know you though.
Shut up.
I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business.
One of the first public cracks in King's image came during that infamous Waffle House meltdown. It sounds petty, but it showed the world his temper and entitlement were on a whole other level. Over a pickle on his sandwich, he blew up, screaming at staff, threatening jobs, flexing money, and filming it all like it was some badge of honor.
So motherfucking 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand.
I've been seeing him around too here a lot.
You gonna raise your own hand?
I've been seeing him around too.
Huh?
Well, when you got you ain't.
You got drugs
When
in
y'all
your
got drunk around those legal guns,
That called
it's not
possession of a firearm and commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony. Thank you.
But the internet wasn't impressed. Instead of clout, it painted him as a spoiled brat who didn't respect working people. Worse, it embarrassed his parents. Their names got dragged, their parenting questioned, and T.I. was left shaking his head because this wasn't the image of a young man trying to build a legacy. This was his son glamorizing chaos. And that's the part that cuts the deepest for T.I. Because King wasn't raised in struggle. He wasn't waking up with roaches, wasn't wondering if he'd eat that day.
He just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Ty gave him everything he himself never had: comfort, safety, opportunity. Yet King parades around like he's a street-bred hustler trying to prove toughness he never had to earn. That constant tension between father and son finally boiled over in public at an Atlanta Falcons game, no less. It started as a back and forth, but escalated fast. King told his father he didn't grow up with a silver spoon.
He's so cute. Hey, cutie. Hey,
How you doing? You having a
got
good
your
day?
robo. Yeah, he did. Well, you went
It dropped.
Yeah.
So what you think it's an issue with the milk or?
Maybe because they just switched the caramel to the less ingredient.
That line right there lit a fire in T.I. To him, it wasn't just disrespect, it was denial of everything he sacrificed to give his kids better. He reminded King right there in front of everybody, you never had to wake up with roaches on your face, you never had to wonder if you'd eat. King clapped back, saying he grew up at his grandma's in a rough neighborhood. Suddenly, 2 realities were colliding. T.I.'s memory of providing versus King's claim of struggle. The argument spiraled, turned physical, and went viral. What the world saw wasn't just father versus son, it was years of tension exploding in one stadium. That Falcons game moment made one thing crystal clear. If they were fighting like that in front of thousands, imagine what was going down behind closed doors. Fans in the comments didn't hold back either, saying things like, the fact he thinks he came up in the streets is hilarious. Others wrote, he's only gotten passes because of his parents. Go survive out there for real without them and see what happens. That's the type of feedback that got hundreds of likes because it summed up how the world really sees King, privileged, out of touch, but obsessed with proving he's something he's not. For a lot of people, it's like watching someone with every opportunity throw it away, trying to fit into a lifestyle that doesn't even want him. At this point, King could have pulled himself back, cleaned up his image, especially since he had a child on the way. That was the perfect moment to step into maturity. But instead of taking the chance, he doubled down, still posting videos, flexing guns, still acting tough, still chasing validation in the wrong places. That's when T.I. realized his son was on a collision course with disaster. And things got so bad that even other celebrity fathers had to step in. Remember when Boozy and T.I. had to check their boys? King and Boozy's son, Tootie Raw, had filmed a music video flaunting guns like they were extras in a trap movie. Both fathers jumped in quick, scolding them right there on camera. T.I. wasn't laughing, he wasn't smiling, it was pure disappointment. He asked King why he cared more about looking gangster than enjoying life with women, money, and opportunity all around him. He told him straight up, guns and flexing only lead one place, jail. You could hear it in T.I.'s voice, that weight of a father who's lived that exact life and knew how it ends. But King didn't listen. Not only did he keep ignoring the warnings, he proved his father right by getting arrested shortly after. That for T.I. was the breaking point, because at that stage, it wasn't about music videos, Waffle House tantrums, or clout-chasing antics. It was about an innocent child's future. And if King couldn't even protect himself, how could he be trusted to protect his son? What makes this story even wilder is the way T.I. and Tiny treat Little Jr. From the moment they found out they were becoming grandparents, they embraced that role. T.I. lit up talking about it on podcasts, making announcements, even showing up on camera gushing about his grandson. And every video of him holding Junior goes viral. Fans flood the comments with things like, T.I. looks more invested in this baby than King does. And that right there says a lot, because to T.I. this isn't just about disciplining his son, it's about rescuing a child from becoming another victim of bad decisions. See, when you zoom out, the custody battle makes sense from T.I.'s point of view. This is a man who clawed his way out of the streets, survived prison time, beat charges, and built a legacy from nothing. And now he's watching his own son play with fire, glamorizing the very lifestyle he sacrificed so much to escape. For T.I., it feels like deja vu, but worse because now there's a baby at stake. Taking custody isn't just about control, it's about breaking a generational curse before it takes root. Meanwhile, King's silence speaks volumes. He hasn't posted much, hasn't clapped back online, and that's unusual for him. Normally, he's quick to air out his feelings, whether it's in a rant, a song snippet, or a live stream. But now, nothing. And that silence is dangerous. It could mean he's plotting his next move, maybe fighting back in court, maybe doubling down and proving everyone wrong. Or it could mean he's already defeated, too ashamed or overwhelmed to respond. Either way, the next thing he does could permanently change his family's story. But let's not act like this is just about a spoiled celebrity kid. It's bigger than that. King represents a pattern we see all too often in kids of fame and privilege. They grow up in mansions, private schools, and luxury, but crave street credibility. They want to prove they're tough, that they can hang in an environment they've never had to survive in. And while regular folks might shake their heads, the truth is this mentality can ruin lives because the streets aren't forgiving. And once you start playing those games, there's no cheat code for celebrity kids. They can get hurt, locked up, or worse, just like anyone else. T.I. knows that. That's why he's moving like this custody case is life or death, because in a way, it is. If King spirals, Junior will pay the price. And if Junior grows up without stability, the cycle repeats. That's the nightmare T.I. is trying to stop before it cements itself in another generation of Harris bloodline drama. Still, no matter how logical T.I.'s move looks on paper, the emotional side is brutal. Imagine your dad suing you, calling you unfit, and basically telling the world you're a danger to your own kid. For King, that's not just legal beef, it's personal, it's betrayal, it's humiliation, and it stings even more because he knows deep down that some of it might be true. That kind of wound doesn't heal overnight. Family, fame, pride, and legacy are all tangled up in this mess, and it's why people can't stop watching. Every clip, every leak, every rumor feels like a new episode of a drama show. But this ain't scripted, it's real life, and what makes it captivating is that we're watching one of hip-hop's most respected fathers struggle to control a son who doesn't want to be controlled, all while an innocent child is caught in the middle. When you look at the Harris family from the outside, it seems like they had it all: money, fame, and opportunities most people dream of. But behind the scenes, it's chaos, tension, and a son who feels misunderstood while a father feels betrayed. And the craziest part, this whole mess is happening under the public eye. Every argument, every meltdown, every arrest gets picked apart online, turning their real-life struggles into entertainment for millions of strangers. That adds another layer of pressure because instead of being able to work it out privately, every move King makes is judged by fans, critics, and media outlets. For someone already unstable, that spotlight is gasoline on the fire. King's behavior shows that conflict between privilege and identity. On one hand, he's got everything laid out for him: connections, money, and a family legacy that could open doors in music, business, or even TV. But instead of leaning into that, he's chasing after validation from the streets, trying to prove he's real. It's like he can't accept that his father fought so hard to escape that life so he wouldn't have to, and that contradiction eats away at their bond. Ty wanted to shield his son from the pain he once knew, but King looks at that shield as if it robbed him of credibility. It's a generational clash, two realities that can't coexist. And the more King pushes against that shield, the more reckless he becomes. From Waffle House blow-ups to flaunting guns online, it's like he's desperate to show the world he's tough. But every time he tries, he ends up exposing his immaturity instead. That's what makes people online clown him. They see a privileged kid pretending to be something he's not. And while fans roast him, T.I. doesn't find it funny. To him, every one of those stunts is proof his son is headed down a road that ends in handcuffs or tragedy. That's why this custody fight feels like a last stand for T.I., a way to slam the brakes before it's too late. But let's not ignore the human side of King's story. As much as he's spiraled, you can't deny he loves his son. Videos and photos of him with Junior show genuine happiness, a softer side that doesn't always get highlighted in the chaos. That's what makes this whole thing so tragic. It's not black and white. King isn't some villain who doesn't care. He's a young man stuck between ego, immaturity, and responsibility. He wants to be a father, but he also hasn't grown out of his own teenage mindset. That contradiction is tearing him apart, and T.I. sees the collateral damage landing on Junior's shoulders. When T.I. sits in interviews or podcasts and talks about his grandson, you see the difference. His pride, his joy, it's like a second chance at fatherhood. And people online notice it too, often commenting that T.I. seems more invested in Junior than King himself. That comparison cuts deep because it paints King as careless, while his father takes the spotlight as the responsible one. For a son already struggling with identity, that's fuel for resentment. But from T.I.'s side, it's not about competition. It's about protecting the one innocent life caught in the middle of their feud. And now everything hangs in limbo. King's silence has people speculating nonstop. Is he gearing up for a comeback, ready to fight for custody and prove he can handle fatherhood? Or has he accepted defeat, letting T.I. take control while he figures out his next move? That uncertainty keeps fans locked in, waiting for the next headline. Because one thing's for sure, whatever King does next will shape not just his own future, but the entire Harris legacy. This whole situation feels like a warning, not just for King, but for every kid of fame and privilege trying to play street games. The streets don't care about last names. They don't care if your father's a rap legend or if your family's rich. Once you cross into that lifestyle, you're playing by rules you can't bend, and you don't get special treatment when things go south. T.I. knows this firsthand, which is why he's fighting so hard. To him, it's not just about custody, it's about saving his bloodline from a cycle that's destroyed too many families already. But no matter what happens, one truth remains: this isn't over. Whether in courtrooms, online rants, or family feuds, the Harris drama is far from finished. King still has a chance to redeem himself, to step up and prove he can be the father Junior deserves. But if he keeps ignoring the warnings, his story might end up as just another sad example of wasted potential. And T.I., no matter how frustrated, will always carry that burden of knowing he tried everything to stop it. The world is watching, the family is divided, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just a custody battle, it's a fight over legacy, pride, and survival. And until the dust settles, one thing's certain: the Harris name will never be the same again. So, if you've been following this wild ride and want to stay updated as the story unfolds, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment, because trust me, this saga is only getting crazier from here.